Hi, I'm going to do a quick little video to help demonstrate how to set up nitrous for your patient. The first thing I'm going to do is in the nitrous room is I'm going to do a double check with another nurse to make sure that the tank is off and safe. So I'll take the key and go to the right. It's off.
I'm checking that the prongs are well aligned to make sure that it's got a good seal. It looks good, so we'll go ahead and open the tank and listen for any audible leaking. We don't hear any leaking, so we can tell it has a good seal and it's now safe to be set up in the patient's room.
I'll turn it back off and go to the patient's room. When I get to the patient's room, I'm going to remember noon. The first thing is that I can turn my nitrous tank on. The nitrous tank is now on, and I can now hook it up to the oxygen, which is the out. That noise is normal. You can hear it one time. If you continuously hear it, that means that your tank is either off or that it's empty. The next thing I want to do is set up my mask. You have a pink tube and a clear tube. When you take this one out of the package, there is a mouthpiece that you can just throw away and replace it with the mask. It was already on. Okay, there. And then my mask, which I inflated with a 10 cc syringe to get a better seal for the patient. This end goes to the machine. This end goes to suction. And my mask is set up. Next thing I want to do is take my suction tubing. It's the longer, thicker suction tubing in the supply room, and hook it up to high continuous. I also want to make sure that the suction is actually working here on the machine, and it is. The little bead is at the top, so the suction is also working here, and you can hear it. The last thing I want to do is turn the machine on, and it should be all set for patient use.
To disassemble the nitrous when your patient is done using it, we'll start by turning our machine off. Then we're going to do the opposite. First, we're going to disconnect from the oxygen prior to turning off our nitrous tank. So we've disconnected from the wall unit. Now we can turn the nitrous tank back off by turning to the right. At this time, we can also turn off our suction. If the patient could potentially be using nitrous again in the future, you want to save this mask and tubing, you would put it in the locked cabinet for future use. If your patient will not be using nitrous anymore, then you want to get a second nurse to again verify, this time that you are cutting your tubing so it would not be improperly used. And that is how you would disconnect your suction, your nitrous.
There is also on most of the machines a cheat sheet that helps you with setup.